This is ABC 7 News at 6 on the road, live from Belfast.
Presented by Colburn Shoe Store. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for ABC 7 News live on the road, our first of the season. And in case you didn't know, well, we are here in beautiful Belfast. I'm Beth Jones.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois, and we have so much to highlight about what's happening here in Belfast throughout the show. But first, some other headlines to get to tonight. 2 people are displaced after a fire in Brooks this morning. Crews were called to 717 Kenny Road just before 10 o'clock. Fire Chief Hans Albee says there were flames coming out of the windows when they arrived.
We were able to establish that no one was in the building, first of all. That was the most important thing for us. And then we did have some interior qualified people who were able to go inside and start to extinguish the flames.
Well, crews from several towns responded, and Chief Albee says they were able to get the fire under control in about 15 minutes, but the building is not in livable condition. He says the occupants do have another place to stay tonight. Meanwhile, the fire marshal's office has been called in to investigate what exactly caused that fire.
A dump truck rolled off of the Newburgh Road in Herman just before 10 o'clock this morning. According to the Penobscot County Sheriff's deputy on scene, the driver appeared to veer off the road and struck a tree, resulting in the dump truck rolling over. The sole occupant of that truck was transported to a nearby hospital. Their condition is unknown at this time. That crash rerouted traffic near the scene.
Looks like he left the roadway and got partially in the ditch and then struck a tree and ended up rolling the dump truck over. State Police did look at their commercial unit, looked at the truck. We're constructing the accident, and then DEP's helping with the cleanup.
According to Sergeant Decker, the Department of Environmental Protection was called in to pump diesel out of that truck's tank.
Well, with the 131st legislature now officially adjourned, there are a number of lawmakers who actually won't be returning to the State House because of term limits. One of those is Senate President Troy Jackson, who has served the people of Northern Aroostook County for 20 years now. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with Troy Jackson after the Senate adjourned after veto day.
I know for a fact that over that time I've helped people, and that was what it was always about.
Senate President Troy Jackson was first elected to the Maine House of Representatives in 2002. Born and raised in Allagash, one of the northernmost towns in the state, and a logger by trade, Jackson got into politics by helping to block the Canadian border in 1998 to protest companies hiring Canadian workers over Maine loggers. Jackson worked his way up the political ladder, culminating in him being elected Senate President 6 years ago.
For me, you know, the honor of the people in Northern Aroostook County put me in this position, you know, for such a long time. I can't thank them enough for that. And like I said, it is bittersweet. I mean, it'll be hard not being able to have the ability to help people, you know, like I have in this position, or, you know, change legislation that I felt was wrong for the people I cared about.
Jackson says over his career, he's always tried to leave a positive impact on the state.
I think more than anything, I just want people to know that regardless if they disagreed with me or something, I was always trying to do the best I could for what I thought was the people of the state of Maine. Sometimes that collides with other people's hopes and wishes, but you know, it was always with the best intentions.
While he's not ruling out the possibility of running for a higher office, Jackson says for now, he's going to spend some time fishing and with family.
I mean, anything's possible. I mean, like I said, I just want to spend the time, like I said, getting back to Aroostook County and doing the things that I love doing, and we'll see what goes on.
Jackson says his career is proof positive that anyone, even a boy from Allagash, can rise up to become the second most powerful Democrat in the state. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Here in Belfast, the Front Street Shipyard was established in 2011, and it's woven into the community in more ways than one. The shipyard's president gave our Doug Banks a tour.
Fair winds and following seas lead to Front Street Shipyard in Belfast.
We work on a lot of pleasure boats, as you'll see around the yard, but we also work on some commercial boats. You'll also see the Bar Harbor Whale Watch boats here. You'll see the Bowden from Maine Maritime, this Clark, which is a local schooner, and the Rockland fuel boat, for example, are all in the yard right now for various bits of work to be done. Everything needs to be done in the boatyard. We try and have it all in-house.
And the work taking place at the shipyard goes beyond the various vessels that meet the eye.
We're working on projects for sea bags in Maine, some manufacturing companies up further east, and we do a lot of work for freshwater stone. It helps us diversify, but it also helps all the other businesses get things done.
As their 38-foot tall travel hoist towers above, it's a view only made possible through the city's harbor walk that cuts through the heart of the shipyard.
You won't find that anywhere else on the East Coast.
The accessible harbor walk makes it possible for the yard to host public tours every Tuesday and Thursday.
People in the industry coming up here all the time, they're like, you let people walk through the yard?
With wind in their sails, the Front Street Shipyard and the city of Belfast continue the journey together.
It's really helped the city expand and grow and become what it is, to have all the people wanting to visit here. We have festivals all the time going on. There's always something going on in Belfast.
In Belfast, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And of course, staying here in Belfast, there's an art installation here that you might miss if you weren't looking for it. Good luck, though. Our Devin Dagnall tells us all about it and the man behind it in this week's Destination Devin.
What do you see here? It may seem like just another rocky stretch of beach along the shores of Belfast, but if you look closely, you'll find what remains of an art installation by a man whose art can be found across the country.
He just kind of loved the expression you could get in human faces. And he said
he had a dream. Their faces were just, all these faces were coming at him.
Around a corner like a train.
Ron Cowan is a Maine artist who specialized in a very particular style of art, faces carved out of wood and hidden in plain sight. For his carvings, Ron would leave the majority of the wood intact, only carving out a face, often leaving the wood right where it was found, anticipating an unknowing spectator may someday stumble upon it.
He loved the idea of things being created, and you may notice them in the moment, and you may not. And then they may disappear, and you either did experience it or you didn't, and there's a real poetry there.
Before he delved into his art, Ron tried his hand at a few different professions, restaurateur, sales management, but nothing really stuck until the day he salvaged a wooden beam from a barn.
And he said, oh, I wonder, let me try putting a face in there.
Turned out Ron had quite the knack for carving faces. The first carving was so good, in fact, it was featured in the Mel Gibson film The Man Without a Face. From that day on, Ron proceeded to carve dozens upon dozens of faces, some of which can still be found scattered throughout Belfast.
He would look at wood and he would just see a face appear there, and he would just bring it out of the wood.
Sadly, Ron passed away in 2020, but he left behind a legacy of love and happiness.
He was just really happy to do it. He loved Belfast so much.
Everyone loved Ron, because he was very nice, and he liked everyone and tried to be kind to everyone.
In Belfast, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, and we are so lucky to be here in beautiful Belfast, overlooking the scenic docks here on what is really just a picture-perfect day.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other way to put it. I think that pretty much sums it up. Picture perfect. We are definitely counting our blessings to be standing where we are. Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast to see what else is coming.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you very much. Mostly 70s out there across the area today, but a bit cooler right along down east and coastal areas, upper 60s there. But overall, who cares? A gorgeous day across the area, but there are a couple of showers trying to get going today along the sea breeze front again across our region. These will quickly fade with the sunset tonight, and then tomorrow we have more showers back in the forecast again. As it gets a bit messy over here to the west of us, that is all going this way. So a couple of sprinkles or light showers are in the forecast tomorrow and likely for Sunday as well. Our forecast though for tonight though is mostly cloudy skies. A couple of sprinkles can't be ruled out with low temperatures down near 50. Your full forecast is coming up.
All All right, folks, well, coming up, we are going to be chatting with the operations manager for the Belfast Chamber of Commerce to learn about all of the wonderful things that are going to be coming to this community over the summer. Can't wait to hear.
Yep, stay with us for that interview coming right up.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, is sponsored by Colburn Shoe, with quality brand shoes for the entire family at competitive prices, and their experienced staff offer exceptional service. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, the Masiello Group, Belfast's real estate experts are available for all your home selling and buying. Up in Smoke Fireworks, a family-owned fireworks store in Searsport. Let's celebrate this summer with a bang.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select BX tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Machias Savings Bank is proud to partner with Coastal Women's Health.
We want to be partnered with a company that's in Maine, that understands Maine values, but is committed to staying with Maine businesses and partnering for the future.
In the near future, Coastal Women's will be expanding our space to allow us to take care of more patients in southern Maine, and we're happy to be partnering with Machias to take care of our needs in that expansion.
Machias Savings Bank, the bank of yes.
Thank you for helping us have a great start in 2023.
When we started, we wanted to make sure that North Star could help everyone's needs, whether you own a business, you're a homeowner, or a contractor.
Or you have a big project that you need a big dumpster for.
We have what you need: front-load dumpsters, roll-offs, and our transfer station, and so much more.
And the best part is, our prices are unbelievable. If you don't have one of these, you're paying too much.
So who cares if your trash gets picked up? At North Star Waste and Recycling, we care.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
We are back out here live with Scott Smith from the Belfast Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. What a great day to be standing out here.
It was the most beautiful day I think we've had so far, and it's really exciting that you guys could do your live show here tonight. So thank you.
We're definitely thankful to Mother Nature for smiling on us today, at least so far. Speaking of Mother Nature smiling on us, there's going to be a lot of events coming to Belfast. Probably a lot of them are weather dependent, but tell us a little bit about what folks can expect here this summer.
So this summer, if you haven't been to Belfast, the beautiful waterfront here, Steamboat Landing Park, is where a lot of our big summer events happen. Arts in the Park will be coming up, 125 Maine artists later next month. Maine Celtic Celebration, Atlantic Challenge can be viewed here, which you'll be hearing about later in the broadcast. Mm-hmm. We'll also have the Belfast Harbor Fest. Mm-hmm. So there's just all of these great events that happen every year, and there's a lot of great people in the community that put them together. So, and the weather you can't beat, so it's a great location.
You know, it seems like this year might be a little special. You know, Mainers, especially the coastline, have been through a lot, this past winter with all the storms that we saw, the damage that, was incurred at multiple locations up and down, our coastline. So talk a little bit about the significance of getting back on your feet here in Belfast and being able to do all of the wonderful things that you're so used to doing in the summer.
Absolutely. So you definitely feel this spirit of community in Maine anywhere you go. But certainly here in Belfast, even just behind us here on the Harbor Walk, you'll find Nautilus. Nautilus was completely, I wouldn't say underwater, but they had a lot of flooding. They were closed for a while. Yeah. And you really see everybody come together. As soon as doors are back open, everybody's flooding in. No pun intended.
Are you sure? Because that was pretty good.
Well, it's the end of the week, but I still have a little left in the tank. But yeah, it's one of those where we know all of our neighbors here, are the business owners, the shop owners, the artists. Everybody is a neighbor. We're all family down here, and it's just great to continue to support and find ways to do it all together.
And it seems like one of the joys of living here, at least for business owners, is the ability to open your arms to tourists, open your arms to visitors who come here wanting to experience all of this. So getting to do that this year again, maybe a little more significant.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's always great to see the people come into the chamber, even when they're local, not just visitors, and they say, I didn't know all of this information was here. And so it's always great to find those people coming in, and we welcome them.
And just very quickly, if folks want more information information on the events that are coming here, where should they go?
BelfastMaine.org. And I also want to say thank you very much to Belfast Yacht Club and Event Center for hosting you guys here tonight.
Yeah, we are very appreciative as well. Folks, stay with us. There is more to come. Thank you so much for joining us, Scott.
Thank you, Beth.
All right.
Colburn Shoe Store, proudly doing business in downtown Belfast since 1832. We stock quality brands such as Hoka, Brooks, Dansko, Skechers, Birkenstock, and many more. Let us pair your feet with the perfect footwear. Colburn Shoe Store, 79 Main Street, Belfast.
Welcome to Through the Garden Gate in Corinna. We are a local garden center that carries a huge variety of flowers, vegetables, perennials, trees, shrubs, and roses. Our employees are gardeners themselves and offer a wealth of knowledge. We love what we do and would love to share our passion with you. We also do landscape and garden consultations, design, installation, and maintenance. Come visit us at Through the Garden Gate on Exeter Road in Corinna.
Spring is here, and so are the savings at the Furniture Gallery. Relax with a reclining sofa and recliner for only $9.98. Opening up camp, queen mattresses starting at $188, and sleeper sofas starting at $598. Power lift recliners also starting at $598, or save $100 on medical grade lift recliners. All Flex Steel now 10% off, and all Bombasset bedroom sets 20% off. It's easy to buy at the Furniture Gallery with 18-month 0% interest financing. The Furniture Gallery.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped what it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. Just like family, we offer you our support when you need it, whether it's questions about your policy or with our most trusted roadside assistance service. Visit AAA.com/insurance and find out how much you could save.
Colburn Shoe Store, proudly doing business in downtown Belfast since 1832. We stock quality brands such as Hoka, Brooks, Dansko, Skechers, Birkenstock, and many more. Let us pair your feet with the perfect footwear. Colburn Shoe Store, 79 Main Street, Belfast.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Triumph Professional Cleaning Services, providing outstanding commercial cleaning services to Eastern and Central Maine. Triumph Professional Cleaning, creating an environment of cleanliness.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start in Boston. Big night at the Garden. The Bruins trying to keep their season alive in Game 6. And with a Timberwolves win last night, we now know when fans will file in the Garden for the Celtics' next game in the Eastern Conference Finals. Seas still await the winner of Knicks Pacers, but we have a schedule for the Eastern Conference Finals. The first two games at the Garden, obviously, will be Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m., broadcast on ESPN. Game 3 will be Saturday on the road wherever at 8:30 on ABC. And then besides Game 3, every game will be on ESPN and at 8 p.m. Eastern, and the teams will have one day off between each game. Moving on now to the softball field. Husson softball in an elimination scenario in day 2 of the NCAA tournament, needing 2 wins to advance to tomorrow. Let's go to O'Keefe for game 1. The top-seeded Eagles facing 2-seed RPI. Winner plays later tonight. Bottom of the first, Husson's Bula McCabe with a fly ball to left. Katie Raymond tagging from third, and she is going to score on the sac fly, 1-0 Eagles. Let's go all the way to the 7th now. Same score until RPI's Alex Ledger skies one to the wall in deep left. Megan Wampner scores to tie the game at 1. We would go to extras. Bottom 8, McCabe up with Kenzie Dorr on second. Kat Worthington can't handle the grounder. Dorr is going to come all the way around to score. That is a walk-off for McCabe. Eagles win 2-1 to stay alive.
I just did what I needed to do. I knew I wanted to extend it at least one more at-bat, and I got it done. Everything we do today is for our seniors. You know, we never know when our last inning, our last game is going to be, so we leave it all out there.
Game 2 starting a few minutes ago, and the venue has been moved to Keswick Field at the University of Maine due to some rain. Let's go to Maine now. A must-win game for Maine baseball. They need a win today and tomorrow to keep their playoff hopes alive. Game 2 of the series against the Albany Great Danes. A win for Albany clinches their playoff spot too. A loss for Maine eliminates them. Tied 1-1. Nick White up after a Connor Goodman double, and White rips one into center. Jeremiah Jenkins scores, and Goodman hustles around for the second run. 3-1 Maine. Next inning, runners on for Albany. This one is stroked into the outfield. That is going to score a run, but Luke Lavager would leave the bases loaded. Next inning, runner on third after a leadoff double. No harm for Lavager as he gets the backwards K to end the frame. He dealt 2, and he would strike out a few in this one. Let's move on now, and this is Dean O'Neill at the dish with a runner on, and he ropes one into left field. That was 5-3 when he hit it, 7-3 after. That was a 2-run shot for him. And then in the bottom of the 9th, here is Gambardella. Look at Nick White sliding, saving a run on the play with runners at first and second. Gambardella gets the save. 7-5 is the final. Here's Nick Durba on the performance on the mound.
Lav's been there for us all year long, and, G's been hurt. And, G's been a guy we've been relying on, so I'm not really surprised that he came in and was able to do what he did, especially considering he's not even at full health yet. So, big step up from those guys for sure.
And another news, Scotty Scheffler shot 5 under after being arrested. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Ford, the nice car and truck people, and congratulations. The late May weekend is here. It's going to feel kind of like it as well, with temperatures near average, but a couple of sprinkles across the area as well. But look at today, 78 here in Bangor, 76 Millinocket. We'll take it for mid to late May. Slightly cooler temperatures are in store for us for tomorrow, and probably Sunday too, followed by what could be 80-degree temperatures through parts of next week. It's 81 in Chicago today, 84 in Dallas. That's kind of the air moving in our direction eventually. It will take it several days, though, to get here. All right, the wind today, and not too much of a factor, are the north, northeast, around 10 miles per hour. This will actually go calm for a couple hours tonight, followed by what could be some dense fog tonight into tomorrow morning. That will quickly lift with the sunrise tomorrow. And then throughout the day tomorrow, expect winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not a big factor at all. But there is already in here a small craft advisory for wave heights approaching 8 to 10 feet. That will likely linger through Sunday into Monday of next week. All right, so just like yesterday, lots of clear skies early, followed by some increasing clouds. And now we're trying to get some showers and storms along a gust front here, a sea breeze front, that could easily give us a quick half-inch of rainfall across parts of the area tonight. The coverage on these about 15 to 30%. So overall, most of us will stay dry. But if you get under one of these, you'll know it with a quick burst of rain and some lightning and thunder. But then it gets kind of messy, right? So increasing clouds tonight, and then staying mostly cloudy tomorrow. A couple of sprinkles around. Nothing really organized in here at all. But there is a system far off to the west here that's going to keep kind of sending us energy that will keep the cloud cover around for tomorrow and likely into Sunday, with chances for rain in there as well. About 30% coverage on those. Let's walk it through. So tonight, no issues at all. Tomorrow, here's 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, looking at mostly cloudy skies, a couple of sprinkles around again, not a big deal. I wouldn't cancel your outdoor plans tomorrow. That all kind of gets out of here Sunday evening, 6 o'clock or so. We have decreasing clouds. But then on Monday, keeping it pretty nice around here Monday, before we get some more clouds later on Tuesday. That could bring us some more rain showers later on Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. It's not going to be a lot of rain, though. We're talking maybe a 1/10 of an inch of rain, kind of just sprinkles out there, unless you get into a heavier shower tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Allergen-wise, here we go. The tree pollen is off the charts again, the high to very high category. We're watching that grass pollen as well. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there, a couple of sprinkles, too. Some dense fog is likely late. Low temperatures down near 51 for tomorrow. All right, so lots of clouds around, a couple of sprinkles, can't be ruled out, a little bit cooler, while the cloud cover, high temperatures near 71. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a bit more sunshine on Sunday, high temperatures near 70. Monday, 76, lots of sunshine. Tuesday, 80, lots of sunshine, before we get some more rain showers, probably late Tuesday into early parts of Wednesday of next week.
All righty, Jeff, thank you so much.
And we'll be right back with more local news after this short break.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, is sponsored by University of Maine Early College, tuition-free online courses for high school students, umaine.edu/early college. Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. Tail Waggers Mobile Pet Grooming, where convenience meets quality. Book your appointment today, because your pet deserves the best.
We've been on this property for 47 years. What I've learned along the way is the better tools you have, the easier the job and the better job you get.
He is a former owner of another brand, tractor. He wanted green.
Everything has to be pruned and cut, and there's a lot of stuff that has to get moved. You can't get any more American than John Deere, I don't think.
They don't write songs about any other tractor company. It's John Deere.
Experience United, your local John Deere dealer.
What do heavy rain, extreme heat, and flying lumber all have in common? They're just a few of the things we use to test our replacement windows. At Renewal by Andersen, we put our windows through the worst because your home deserves the best. Renewal by Andersen Acclaim Custom Replacement Windows. Call or visit us online today to get some incredible savings. Affordable financing, too.
As winter fades and the weather warms, you might not be ready to think about air conditioning, but Valley Home Services is ready because now is the perfect time to beat the heat. Fujitsu heat pumps from Valley Home Services are not only great sources for heat in the colder months, they're also fantastic air conditioners for the hotter months. And right now is the best time to install a Fujitsu heat pump so you can take advantage of the efficiency for what heating is left and get a jump on the cooling for the summer. Embrace the comfort with Fujitsu and Valley Home Services.
Welcome back. They say good things come in threes, and that's certainly the case for one farmer in Orland after one of his cows gave birth to two very rare calf triplets. Our Callie Warren has that story.
Oh, it's like buying a lottery ticket and winning.
Farmer Richard Lord had about 16 cows a few weeks ago, but that number jumped to 19 when one of his cows gave birth to 3 babies in one day. He says the chances of it happening is about 1 in 100,000.
No, this is pretty exciting. You know, it's two lifetimes probably. I know one person that said that he knew it was set, but other than that, I feel good to have one calf, and here I've got 3. So
after one of his cows gave birth to twins last year, Lord says there's no secret trick to the rare multiple births.
Normal routine on a farm having babies, but have 3 at a time is quite unusual. And I had nothing to do with it. I just come out and found them.
The triplets are all male beef calves named Teeny, Tiny, and Mo.
Teeny is black one, Tiny's the brown one, and Mo is smoke-colored or silver-colored one. Teeny, Tiny, and Mo.
Lord says both the mama cow and all 3 babies are happy and healthy. He says they've been accepted by the rest of the herd and will soon be joined by more babies as some of his cows prepare to calf out. In Orland, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
I have no words. Well, it was nearly 30 years ago when the Atlantic Challenge International Contest of Seamanship first set sail, with only the U.S. and France competing to see who had the best skills. Well, since then, the biannual event has grown to 80 boats and 16 different nations. And this coming July, that competition, well, it'll be hosted here in Belfast for the first time. From July 21st through the 28th, the friendly competition puts young adults sailing, rowing, navigation, and knot tying skills to the test. While the competition will be held in Belfast for the first time, Maine is no stranger to this challenge. Rockland and Rockport have been a cornerstone of the event since its inception, with the event's first ever boats being built at the Rockport Apprentice Shop, and the event's co-founder being Rockland native Lance Lee.
It takes an incredible amount of orchestration, timing, and I think the dynamics are so alluring and exciting and exhilarating. And the sense of belonging that is created from just a couple hours of being in that dynamic environment together with a crew of 13, probably it's what we all hunger for, a sense of community and belonging.
And again, that competition taking place for the first time here in Belfast from July 21st to the 28th. And to learn more, you can visit our website, and that is going to do it for us here in Belfast. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
ABC 7 News at 6 on the road live from Belfast is sponsored
Tonight, getting